Hi, I'm Shanta Thake. I'm the director of Joe's Pub.
Hi, I'm Kevin Abbott. I'm the managing director of Joe's Pub and Partner.
And the Joe's Pub at the Public Theater was started 13 years ago. It is the performance and presenting venue of the Public Theater. And it really started as sort of a new works lab for things coming through the public and an opportunity for artists to try out new work here. And eventually it became what it is more of today, which is a music venue and one of the city's best music venues.
Really decided to completely gut and redesign the space so that we have a new entrance which leads in and out of the public theater, and that we reoriented the stage so the stage is in the center of the room and every single seat has a perfect view. So that was really the catalyst for us to actually doing the 3-month renovation. You ready? I'm going to go ahead and give you a tour of the space.
So this is the new entrance. It leads directly into the Public Theater lobby, so our audience will be actually waiting inside the Public Theater lobby with all the rest of the patrons going to the Public Theater shows. Everybody will be waiting inside instead of outside in the cold or the heat or the rain. We're very excited to have this new entryway into Joe's Pub.
Above the entryway is the old mirrors. The most important design elements of the room have been continued. It was very important that people walk into the space feeling like, oh, it's Joe's Pub. And thank goodness they cleaned it up a little bit.
The impetus for the renovation was really the new entrance. We knew that we wanted an entrance in the Public Theater, and as a result of the already ongoing construction, we knew that this was actually the only time that this was ever going to be possible for us. And so, as a result of the new entrance and making sure that it was accessible and having a ramp that led up to that, that sort of necessitated this multi-tiered configuration that we have now. And since we were looking at that, we also, decided to try to fix everything that we know we've had frustrations with, and that audience members or our artists have had frustrations with over the years. And this was just a perfect opportunity to be able to tweak everything that we do well here, and also just fix some of those little things. And we sort of just went line by line and improved sight lines, improved the artist experience, improved the audience experience, and from everything from buying tickets to actually showing up night of show, how can we improve that overall experience?
First day of construction was July 5th. And it really was a complete gut. One of the first things that happened was we actually we got rid of the upper tier that was here. And so that whole underflooring had to go, new steel, and this whole upper section was added. So that between that and the sound booth, which really was a huge structural change, and then it was really about the finishes. And as you can see, we've taken great detail in making sure that the finishes are, pretty perfect and represent the old Joe's Pub. Up here is a piece of the old Joe's Pub history. We did keep the bar top that we had before, that we're very famous for, and we redid that. We redid the drink ledge as before, and we kept the same rosewood here. Up here we have the accordion, which was, the pub was originally designed around the look of an accordion. That was featured on our east wall before, and it's going to be featured up there. There's actually a new case that's coming in. Room. And then over here is one of our signature features of the space. Our picture wall used to have all Joseph Papp photos, and now it is a collage of many of the significant artists that played here.
Oh, there's so many great new features of the room. I think, for me, the most important thing is really seeing the artist on stage and how they're positioned now in the room. There's really no bad seat in the house anymore, and I think the artist, as intimate as this room was before, it feels 100 times more intimate now in a way that I think is been incredible for the artist experience on stage. There's so many incredible shows that I've seen on this stage. Some of them that stick out for me was seeing the Jazz Passengers played here, and Elvis Costello was a guest. And I remember he sang this last song, and at the end everybody was basically gasping for air. It was just such an incredible moment that everyone had been holding their breath for the last, felt like 3 minutes. Some other great performances that we've seen here. I mean, of course, having our hit parade, which is a monthly countdown of the top 10 pop hits done by the Downtown Performance Art Community, which is always certainly full of surprises and just an incredible celebration of the downtown scene.
I would say for me, Dolly Parton, by far, To me, that was everything. She performed here 6 or 7 years ago, I guess it was, and she was beyond amazing in the room. She was supposed to perform for a half hour, performed for an hour and a half. It was incredible. Alicia Keys just closed us down the end of June and did her actual release of her first album, which she also was her first show ever in New York City, was here. She premiered here. So that was a pretty amazing way to start us off, or to close us off. Start us off 10 years ago or 13 years ago, and then close us down.
We have a lot of incredible performances coming up this fall, a lot of old favorites coming back. And the thing that I'm most excited about is that we got our first grant from the NEA, and we're doing this series of 5 commissions with 5 artists that represent the diversity of talent that we have at Joe's Pub on a regular basis. But Ethan Lipton, Lady Rizzo, Angelique Kidjo, Alan Toussaint, and Toshi Regan are all going to be premiering new works. And we're pairing them with theater artists and trying to get them to tell their story in a new and exciting way. And I think those are all going to be really, really amazing and a brand new step for us in terms of really being able to activate our artists a little bit more deeply and be able to support them further. And I think those are all happening in the month of November and sort of the centerpiece of our fall schedule. And so I think those are all going to be really amazing.
Kind of a very loyal amount of runs and followings that we usually do in December, and we have Sandra Bernhard coming back, and she kind of brings in the new year with us every year. We have Noche Flamenca coming back after 2 or 3 years they haven't been here, which to me are always just brilliant on this stage. So I would say that's a real highlight for me coming up.